Hi, I'm Radical Coder. This is Umbreon. And real quick, before we dive in, if you want to make sure this little dude stays fed and warm, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments what I got right, what I got wrong, or what you want to argue about. Let's go. I want to talk about a post that I saw recently. You've probably seen something like it. Those viral infographics spread across Instagram and TikTok, full of bold claims and scary stats. This one actually came from a Portland thrift shop that I otherwise would really respect. It's community-centered, fat positive, queer-friendly. It's the kind of place and the kind of people who I'd normally consider allies in the fight for a better world. But this post, it said ChatGPT uses 1 to 3 bottles of water per query, that it's delaying coal plant shutdowns, that it uses more electricity than 17,000 homes, that it's pushing us towards blackouts. And that kind of stopped me. Not because I don't understand the concern, I do, but because I've spent the last few years using AI in ways that feel deeply human, ways that make me better at teaching, better at coding, better at organizing my thoughts as a very neurospicy, ADHD, brain in motion kind of person. And to see people I would otherwise admire reinforcing panic instead of asking better questions, well, it didn't feel good. Because I want them at the table. I want them shaping this thing, and I think they could. So let's walk through this slowly, carefully, and factually. Claim number 1 to 3 bottles of water per prompt. This is just not true. That stat comes from a misunderstanding of a 2023 UC Riverside study. What the research actually shows is that 20 to 50 prompts use about 0.5 liters of water, depending on the cooling system and where the data center is. That breaks down to around 10 to 25 milliliters per query. Not bottles, not even half a glass. For comparison, boiling a single cup of pasta, that's about 2,000 milliliters. Taking a 5-minute shower, 50,000 milliliters. Rinsing a head of lettuce, more than your daily GPT usage. If you're like me, even with heavy use, 100 prompts a day, give or take, you're still using less water than it takes to wash a single dish. And yet somehow, AI has become the poster child for environmental irresponsibility, while Netflix, YouTube, and TikTok, which rely on the same kinds of water-cooled data centers, get a free pass. Why is that? The second claim was that AI uses 17,000 times more power than a US home. This is technically true, but wildly misunderstood. So OpenAI reportedly uses around 500,000 kilowatt hours per day to run ChatGPT. The average American home uses about 29 kilowatt hours per day. So yeah, do the math, it's about 17,000 homes worth of electricity, but that's across 200 million queries per day. Break that down, each ChatGPT prompt uses about 2.5 to 3 watt hours. That's less than a single Google search in some cases, less than 1 minute of Netflix streaming, less than a charge cycle on your phone. AI isn't uniquely energy intensive per use, it's just being used a lot. And that scale does need to be managed, but we can't manage it with panic and memes. We need context. The third claim is that AI is delaying coal plant shutdowns. This one, it also has truth to it. In Nebraska and Georgia, utilities have postponed scheduled coal plant shutdowns, partly due to data center demand. And yes, that includes AI. But let's be clear, this isn't just about AI. It's about sluggish grid upgrades, poor energy planning, and bottlenecks in deploying renewables like solar and geothermal. In Nebraska, they couldn't connect clean energy sources fast enough. In Georgia, transmission line delays forced them to rely on old coal plants. So yes, AI is part of the strain, but the deeper issue is failure to plan, to regulate, to transition our energy systems effectively. And here's the twist, AI can actually help with that too. Tools like Climate AI, IceNet, even UN-funded grid forecasting projects are already using machine learning to predict extreme weather patterns, model grid failure scenarios, optimize energy storage, and forecast wildfire behavior in real time. The same tool that we're blaming might be exactly the one we need if we direct it intentionally, if the right people are looking at the right problems. So what is this conversation really about? It's not just about water, it's not just about power, it's about control, about who gets to shape the future and who's shut out of the conversation. Because right now, big tech wants AI to be centralized, proprietary, profit optimized, behind paywalls, and trained on data they don't have to explain and systems they don't want to democratize. That's the real threat. But here's what's worse, walking away. Refusing to use the tools, declaring them tainted and stepping back does not fix the system. It just hands them the steering wheel. And I get it, we've been here before. The internet was supposed to democratize knowledge. Social media was supposed to give us a voice. Instead, we got algorithmic anxiety and culture wars sponsored by ad revenue. So I understand the urge to reject the next thing, but rejection isn't resistance. Co-option is resistance. Weirdness is resistance. Local fine-tuning is resistance. Mutual aid bots, that's resistance. Tenant rights chat assistants, that's resistance. Trans health explainer scripts, resistance. Automated FOIA requests, resistance. What if AI wasn't a black box? What if we trained open models on our needs, our communities, our movements, our voices? What if AI wasn't just another commodity, but a commons? A tool we reclaimed, not rejected? Because the people who scare me the most, they're not afraid of AI, and they're thrilled that you are. They're thrilled to be the only ones in the room. So no, I'm not logging off. I'm logging in with critique, with caution, and with curiosity, and with the weird, stubborn hope that we can build something better if we stop treating complexity like a curse. Because AI is not the enemy, but letting billionaires define what it is and what it's for without a fight, that might be. And here's the part I want to leave you with. If this stuff matters, and I believe it does, then the answer can't just be withdrawal. It has to be learning. It has to be iteration. It has to be access, exploration, and experimentation by regular people with real values. Because the solution isn't just building better models, it's building more informed communities that know how to use them. That means training. That means teaching. That means showing up even when the tools are messy. Because learning is radical. Learning reclaims the future. Learning, in the hands of the right people, can shift the balance. So let's learn this stuff. Let's teach each other. Let's not wait for permission. Because if we don't shape AI for the people, it will be shaped against us. And I'm not down for that.
Fizz in my cup, swimming good love. It was you at the club, miss your touch. Go again, baby, what's up? Nothing feels right, so let's mess up everything.